welcome to a new episode of Hallmark Heartbeats, a podcast all about Hallmark movies. I'm your host, Camille, and again, this week I am joined by my friend Kayla, where we review Christmas movies. And this week, Hallmark Channel, you did bad.
It was not something enjoyable to watch, and I hate to say that because I
mean, the two movies that we're talking about today was just not up to par at all to Hallmark, and the two movies that we're talking about are Nantucket Noel and A Christmas Together with You. And yeah, both movies were nuts. But first, before we talk about them, happy Thanksgiving to all of our American listeners.
Yes.
So thank you very much. Hope you guys enjoy your turkey. Give thanks to your blessings or whatever's. And also, enjoy family time.
Yes, exactly. And be safe doing it. Don't have a super spreader COVID event in the process, but just be safe about it.
Yep. So happy Thanksgiving to all of our American listeners. Anyway, this is gonna be a quick one. Usually, a lot of movies that we don't like end up being very quick podcasts.
Yeah, because you don't really want to spend too long trash talking a movie. No one wants to listen to that, right?
Yeah. Okay, so Nantucket Noel stars Trevor, Donovan, and Sarah Powers. Trevor Donovan plays a real estate developer named Andy, who's like an overworked, absent father. He's recently divorced, and he works with his dad. Sarah Powers is a toy store owner. Plays Christina, who's a toy store owner in Nantucket, and like the business is on this dilapidated wharf. Her mom started the business, and like, despite the fact that the wharf is about to be torn down and she has like electricity that is hanging by the string in a literal sense. She's still fighting so hard to keep the business on the wharf, even though like the wharf itself looked like it's about to fall apart.
Yeah, I mean, her foot almost went through it. Come on.
I know. It's like, come on. I get it. You want some kind of sentimental value or whatever, but like, for the safety of your customers and everybody else, move on. But anyway, this is pretty much like a very, very popular trope for Hallmark, which is a real estate developer comes in, wants to buy up the businesses or whatever, and the business owners fight them, and the real estate developer and one of the business owners falls in love. It's like they've done this 100 times.
Yeah, it's repetitive, and it's a trope that some people might like, but it's boring at this point.
Yeah, this one didn't have anything new or memorable or anything like that. I mean, like, the only things really that I remembered about the movie was who would name their child Wink. And
it was a nickname.
I thank God. But it would have been better if they had like Winnie. The girl's whole name was like
Winifred,
Wendy, whatever. Winifred, Wink. Yeah, Freddie would even be better than Wink. Winnie, anything. So anyway, and then also they had I made a note of this on the Instagram story. So it's like, who would pay topless mermaids in a children's toy store?
I know, right? Like, it's the store's a toy store for children, Like, that's something you just don't do. Like, even the Little Mermaid had a bra strap.
To indicate that it had on the top, but there was no strap on the back of that mermaid. So I'm sitting there going like, y'all, seriously?
Hallmark, I know you're trying to become more risque, but you don't do it in a toy store. Not made for children.
Yeah, that was just bad. The whole time, and then one of my friends, Callie, she was on a podcast a couple of weeks ago. She kept talking, when I read her blog was all about Trevor, Donovan's hair. And the whole time while watching the movie, all I could concentrate on was his hair, thanks to her. So
it's like it never got messed up. Not even.
I'm like the dude is standing in what looks like a windy wharf on the beach or whatever. I mean, it still stayed put. They're going like,
how much gel did they have to use to get that to happen? Seriously,
I know. And also the guy doesn't really relax, even in his wardrobe. He's always wearing suits.
Yeah.
I'm like, and also their dad was a Grinch. He
was horrible. Like, he finally had a heart that grew 3 sizes, but it took forever.
I don't even think it grew that big.
Maybe 1. Even the Grinch had a heart that grew bigger than that.
Like, I mean, seriously, I don't even know where he was. Okay, I get it. Like, this is a business to him or whatever. And I guess he lost his wife or something. And like, their special thing was putting on the lighthouse on the tree topper, but he got pissed off at Christina for putting it on there, even though like she didn't know how.
She didn't have a clue that was a thing,
Yeah, she was your granddaughter just said, "Hey, let's go put this on top of the tree topper." And she was like, "Yeah, let's do it." Like, what the heck? And then he was just like, ignoring all of the. Anyway, yeah, the dad was a Grinch. It was just horrible person, and I felt bad for like Andy too, because
he's actually trying to be a dad and celebrate Christmas a little bit with his daughter, and it doesn't go very well. So
yeah, but he did find love at the end of the movie with his chef / housekeeper.
Yes.
who also was was like a childhood crush, I guess, or whatever. So, but still, that's kind of weird. Anyway, end of the movie is that everybody in the wharf, including Christina, finds another location, and the wharf will get torn down. So really, the whole like she's fighting the wharf.
Yeah, that plot line, she doesn't win.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was just the most poorly written. I hate to say this, poorly written, poorly done movie. I'm not gonna slight the acting, but because the actors tried to give it their best performance, I was just bored. And a lot of it had to do with the script. It was just really bad.
Yeah. It was just horrible. But anyway, that's about Nantucket Noel. The second movie is A Christmas Together with You, starring Niall Matter, Laura Vandervoort, and Harry Linux. Niall Matter plays Steve, who owns the Pottsville Lodge. Laura Vandervoort plays a coffee shop owner, Megan, and Harry Linux plays Frank. So the story is that Frank found an old picture of himself and his high school crush. Megan took it upon herself to go find this woman. Even though it's been 50 years since Frank and this woman Carol have been together or seen each other, and they go find her, and they stay in Steve's lodge. Anyway, this one is like supposed to be two love stories, right?
Yeah.
With Steve and Megan and Frank and Carol. And honestly, Steve and Megan could have totally not happened.
Yeah. That plot line could have just been like, I would have been okay if it had just been about the older couple.
Yeah.
Like that would have been a totally, and it would have been a difference for Hallmark to have an older couple be the love story.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it would have totally worked. And not only an older couple, but older couple of color. It was a beautiful thing. And like, I thought at the end, I mean, this movie was better than the previous one. Let's just put it like that.
It was better than Nantucket Noel, yes.
By a long shot.
One little bitty, itty bitty bit.
I think it was sweet that he held on to the ring that he made for her. I mean, it obviously didn't have a real diameter.
It was sweet.
It was really sweet.
First of all, I would have her dad was like, she deserves a guy who would buy her diamonds or whatever, buy her an engagement ring instead of making one. I'm sitting there going, like, dude, I would like someone to make me the engagement ring.
I'd be okay with someone making me a ring because that means they actually cared about spending time making something that was unique.
It is personal. They're putting their heart to the ring.
Yeah.
That is valuable.
Because you know what my dad tells me about he's like, I just want you to be happy. Like, it's not about material things. As long as you're happy and everything, I'm fine with it. Like, that's what matters. Love.
Yep. I mean, it's like, to me, that's like, that was the whole. I was sitting there going, what is wrong? And it was a beautiful ring, too. So there was craftsmanship put in that ring, and I'm sitting there going, like, dude, that is like, what's that called? Priceless.
Yes.
Put someone's heart into that. I mean, it took talent, number one. It took time and effort.
Exactly. I mean, he obviously cares enough to spend time making her a ring, and I think I would accept that ring over some fancy ring any day.
Yes. Good Lord. Like, it was,
because money's not, I mean, money might bring stability, but it ain't gonna buy you happiness.
Yeah. And also it lasted for 50 years. So it's not like some crack, ring pop ring, which, mind you, there's nothing wrong with the ring pop. If that's all you can afford, and like, like, I'm not, you know what I mean? It's not like, it's not some cheap thing that can go, it's something that what is up with these?
What's up with these sucky parents? Like seriously.
I don't understand why these parents put so much emphasis on money, because they did
stability, but I'm like, if as long as your child's happy, and they're able to some form of have a roof over their head, I think that's all that matters, right?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. There is that you need somebody who will be able to take care of you, etc., etc. But I would like somebody who can take care of me and who loves me too. Yeah. Even if their financial status isn't like the best.
Yeah.
You know what
agreed.
I mean? Like, and
there's more than I wouldn't marry for money, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously someone who can make my own ring qualified.
Yeah.
And then he joins the army, so the dude had a whole career going. He wasn't like,
I mean, Army does give you stability. It's not like it don't.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that movie, I do have to say though that my biggest point of contention with this movie was Megan taking it upon herself to go look for Carol without like really asking Frank. And she was like, you found a picture. Like, here's the thing. I have done that where I have looked up old elementary school or high school friends or whatever, so Facebook, just to see how they're doing or whatever. But I did that for myself. Like, I didn't do that.
Yeah, you don't do it for someone else. If he didn't want to go into that scenario and open up that can of worms.
Yeah. And I
should have left it alone.
He only agreed to it because her friend told him that this was the day that she was supposed to get married. So this was like a pity agreement. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I feel bad that you are having a bad day, so I'll just agree to let's go find Carol. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then there were like little bitty storylines here and there with Laura and Steve, where Steve like really doesn't want to run this lodge or something like that, or he's struggling with keeping, because I guess he has another job in Dallas, but
where he works in the hotel industry.
Yeah, but he also owns the lodge in Pinesville. But like finally, by the end of the movie, he did text Laura, "I quit my job," or Megan. I'm sorry.
Well, his parents were running the lodge for him so he could work his fancy job.
They quit because they're like,
we're too old for this.
And this was not our plan during our retirement. So now he's taking over the lodge full time and quit his job in Dallas or whatever. And then and also Laura wants to open a restaurant or something. But
there was she helped cater some Christmas event for this
Christmas lodge thing.
Yeah. And something like it. But and it's like this town's like 7 hours from where they were living or whatever. I'm like, who drives 7 hours to a town I don't know.
Hey, my family did. Shoot, we would drive.
I get it to visit other family members, but I don't know. There would have to be some major opportunity for me to move to a town 7 hours away from all of everything I know. So
it was just a boring movie, you guys. Sorry. Yeah. I was bored.
Yeah, it was. The preview looked better than the movie.
Yeah. Few highlights. The dog was cute.
The dogs are always cute.
They had like a red healer looking type.
Yeah.
It was funny though, because when the healer popped up in their car, they were like, ah! And Megan was like, should we keep the dog?
She's like, no, I gotta return the dog. Smart dog though. He was like, no, I need to get her to come back. I like her.
Anyway, but yeah, Steve and Megan get together and
but I could have done without that plot line.
Frank and Carol get back together too after 50 years. God damn it, I hate the freaking trucks. Anyway, yeah. The Frank and Carol get back together after 50 years and stuff. So happily ever after for all of the couples involved, even though personally I
could care less.
Really
yeah.
I do have to say, I felt bad for Carol though. Because like this guy comes out of nowhere from your past with no secret, with no like warning, and like he broke your heart the last time you saw him.
But she had no clue the reason why either.
Huh?
She had no clue the reason why he broke it off,
No. But like, again, what's up with the this is like a running topic with
Parents
like
who are
people keeping
sucky.
secrets, parents keeping secrets. Even past their death, nobody, everybody's keeping a secret. But anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much it. For both of these movies. Okay, so how many stars do you give Nantucket Noel?
Let's see, what did I write down? I keep a running log of my ratings and everything,
Oh my goodness.
just so I can keep up with things. It's down here. I give it about a 2.5.
Wow. Even better than last week's movie. You gave like Open My Christmas.
I hated that movie. But
Huh.
Nantucket Noel had some moments, like the granddaughter. She was really cute. But yeah, it was still boring, but still 2.5.
Okay, what would you give
Christmas Together with You is a 3.
is a what?
3.
Oh my god. I gave Nantucket Noel 1 star. It was not. I was bored. I can't even think of like anything memorable about the movie. Like after 15 minutes, I zoned out. I was like, oh, great. The only thing really that, again, this is a trip that they do like 50 times over. The only thing really that they did differently was the business wasn't saved. You know what I mean?
Which was a letdown, by the way.
Yeah, but I mean, first of all, the business was in dire need of fixing up. So I don't know why she was so
and here's the thing, like, you can hold on to memories of someone without holding on to the physical memories of something. I mean, I have physical things I have that were owned by my grandmother, but I've also got those memories in my head too. So.
Yeah. Like physical things aren't what holds the memories. It's like they will always.
But a building or something, like, I mean, I get it, but
or a mural with a topless mermaid. But okay. Oh my goodness. Anyway, also that's Christmas Together with You. I would give it like 2 stars, mostly because I thought it was Carol and Frank was good.
It was a different storyline than Hallmark usually does. So
I would say that Frank and Carol, if they could have just, I could have been okay. I would have been okay without Steve and Megan. Sorry. That's honestly not true. And I am a fan of both Niall and Laura, so I was kind of disappointed in that it didn't highlight them. But I heard that they were the ones who were co-starring the movie, who were starring the movies. I was like, oh, cool, I like them. But then, like, to see the storyline that they were both involved in, I was like, okay. Anyway, so that's it for us. We have a couple more days. We will be reviewing the next 2 movies, which is 5 More Minutes and A Kiss Before Christmas. I have to say, our interview with Nikki, like, literally hit jackpot. Like, a lot of people really are touched by that. The interview and stuff. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, it's on our YouTube channel. It is extremely touching, extremely beautiful. Oh my god, it had both of us crying in certain parts of the podcast.
Yes.
And stuff.
And Nikki too.
Yeah. And stuff. But we also did have some high cry laughter, so it wasn't all tears or anything
No.
like that. If you want to go watch the unedited version, which has many parts of it that are not included,
It's on the Buy Me a Coffee page.
Yeah, it's on the Buy Me a Coffee page, which I will link at the bottom. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving. We have several. December is going to be like a busy month for us.
Yeah.
We're like working right now with 4 different people
To try to schedule interviews around the fact that I'm still
Next week
working.
is gonna be jam packed also with like 8. This week is gonna be.
This week we have 8 movies, so we'll have quite a few podcasts coming out next week.
Huh? Yeah.
We'll have quite a few podcasts releasing next week.
Yeah. Plus an interview also, or maybe 2, and then I want to say to you guys, I put this in our group that we are working right now really hard with Hallmark to get Nick Sanchez, who is the first autistic actor, to play an autistic character in a Hallmark movie. He will be playing Holly Robinson's Pete's Son's movie in Our Christmas Journey on December 4th. And I have to tell you guys, we've been privy to actually see the inner workings of how Hallmark has been so accommodating with Nick and his autism and stuff, and it's like such a great thing because they're actually working with Easter seals and with like his mom and stuff like that to kind of prepare him for appearances, and now they're helping us to also prepare him for our stuff. So
I do have some experience dealing with autism. I have a second cousin who was on the spectrum, and she's fought really hard to be able to go to college and everything. She's actually in college to be a photographer. She's working on her photography degree. So you can overcome certain things with accommodations, but it takes time.
Yeah. So we will be talking to Nick next week, which will probably come out before or after the movie comes out. Also, we have another interview that was already confirmed, but we won't say, but that interview will be coming out on Christmas Day. So
we can't tell you who. Merry Christmas. Happy Thanksgiving.
Anyway, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Go check out the YouTube channel if you want to see any more stuff. Okay, bye.
Bye.